California, Oregon, Connecticut, Maryland already passed it. A number of other states are considering it. And guess what? 2 weeks ago, the Republican Congress in Washington passed a law to make it much harder for us to implement these programs. So here we are with a situation where we were able to pass a bill on the state level. States, the great laboratories of ideas, the Republicans in Washington say the state should do everything. We passed a bill here in Illinois to address a problem faced by millions of people, and it was a choice: should those millions of people have a shot at a dignified retirement, or should they stand with Wall Street and the life insurance industry that's been funding their campaigns, and in these two-party line votes, they all sided with Wall Street. So that's something that I feel very, very passionate about, because it was my life's work for years, and I can see how it will improve people's lives. And we're going to move forward and still try to implement it, though we've had a lot of people standing in our way. I've also worked on a whole series of social justice issues and basic economic fairness issues. Even during this budget impasse, I was able to figure out a way to expand SNAP, what used to be called food stamps, so that 40,000 Illinois families would have access to food security for the first time. And by the way, that would be funded by the federal government. I even got some Republicans to vote for that bill, and I got Governor Rauner to sign that bill. So I've been active on a number of different issues, and I've been honored to work on issues that I think will really make a difference in people's lives. And I do humbly submit that I think that's important in this race. Why? Well, our state's burning. And I hope we can fix something between now and January of 2019. I'm going to be doing my best to do that, but I'm not sure that we'll be able to. And if we're not, the situation that our next governor is going to walk into is going to be unthinkable. We're going to need someone, yes, with great ideas, and yes, with a huge base of support behind them to push, but also with the know-how of how to work the legislature to get things through quickly, because those first few months in 2019 are going to be our opportunity to save our state. And so I'm proud of my legislative record, and I think that knowledge of what it takes to move something difficult and controversial and complex through the General Assembly will serve me well as governor, and hopefully will help us solve a lot of problems quickly for the people of Illinois.
Sorry, last question.
Just one more question.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, my answers are too long. I used to be a math professor, now I'm a politician. I can't. Why don't you both ask your questions, and I'll try to answer them together, and then we'll move.
Well, I was going to ask, I'll just make it short. $100 million pension debt. Go. 48 years stated.
So what got us here? We have the biggest pension debt of any state in the country. What do we have different than other states? Do we have the most generous pensions of any state in the country?
No.
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 Do we have the most government employees of any state in the country?
No.
No. Do we have the worst track record of putting money into our pension systems of any state?